Mabuhay ug Madayaw. Thank you so much for having me, Sir Carlo.
Hello po sa lahat ng viewers. Si Sir Carlo, mabuhay og madaya.
One of the purpose of the human life is to serve.
I couldn't say no, so now I'm here.
If opportunity knocks on my door, I will surely grab it.
Yes, of course. I have so many memories there. The answer is no.
Tapos nag-interview pag kasama yung kumawa, kasi sikat kayo ni sila nga media dadto.
Basin di ay sunod sa Davao na sa wala sa Kagalo.
Baka naman.
I will not be the dreamer that I am today, sir, without their support. Kaya nagapadayon kong dream, kaya nagapadayon na po sila support.
Mayong adlaw, mabuhay ug madayaw gikan sa dakbayan sa Davao. And we are here once again for another edition of our one-on-one heart-to-heart interview. Dinhi sa Kadangpan Digital Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the Kadangpan Digital Network Facebook page. And this is your host, Kadangpan Carlo Dolier. Let's not wait further ado because she's already here. Kumustahon nato ang iyahang journey being the ambassadress of Davao City. Of course, she is a lawyer by profession, working sa National Police Commission Region 11, a graduate of accountancy, a bar passer from 2020 and 2021 respectively. And she represented Barangay Matina Crossing, Davao City, but she is mutya ng Davao candidate twice, 2024 and for this year. Let's all welcome Sinag ng Davao 2026, Attorney Christine Joy Bermodo Yu. Mabuhay og madayaw, Attorney!
Mabuhay ang madayaw! Daghang salamat sa pag-imbita sa kuha diri sa Kadangpan Digital Channel.
Yes, it's my pleasure that I'm so glad na you accepted the invitation, although you've been quite busy with so many things, but still you granted so much na you couldn't say no for this invitation.
Yes, of course, we planned this since when the competition was still ongoing, right? So
Yes.
I'm very excited after our coronation night. This is one of the first things that I've been looking forward to.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, kumusta naman being the ambassadress of Davao City?
Well, of course, it is truly humbling, no? As of now, I still can't believe that I am already the Sinag ng Davao 2026. I'm very, very happy, but of course, it comes with responsibilities, and that's one of the biggest challenges, really, as of this moment.
Yes. So, let's get on into business because kabalo kong dili pa silang nakabalo kung unsa ka with regards to your life. But first and foremost, for those who might ask, but of course, I have already asked in the other candidates or other mga title holders in the past, but what is your childhood dream?
My childhood dream is really to become a lawyer. When I was still in grade 1, we were asked, what do we want to be? So I really answered, I want to become a lawyer. And I'm very grateful that I've achieved that dream.
Yes.
Yes.
Naka-implant na gyud sa imuhang dream na may mimo kang abogada.
Yes. Because my father was a police officer. So
Mhm.
before, nung meron silang hearings, dinala niya din ako sa courtroom. So dun ko nakita firsthand kung anong trabaho ng mga lawyers. And na-inspire siguro talaga ako. So ever since that time, nagsasabi na talaga ako that I want to become a lawyer.
Wow, it's really good, no? But how come you have graduated sa accountancy? So, is it related ba na sa imuhang journey?
Kailangan kasi mag-finish ka muna ng 4-year course. Any course naman pwede. Before, meron lang certain course. I think, kalimutan ko na kung ano yung dapat bago ka makaproceed to law. So, ngayon, any course pwede na. Kahit medical related ang course mo, okay lang. So, yun.
Not necessarily naman sa BS in Political Science.
Oo, not necessarily naman.
Oo. Alright, so how come na, syempre, you've been through thick and thin sa imong childhood, na, syempre, I believe na nag-push through ang imong tanang challenges sa high school, then to college, but what was the inspiration or why you keep on continuing with your career that you wanted to achieve, even pa after your graduation sa high school, college?
Yes, because actually, for those who did not know, dili mo dato. So, nagdako ko na humble lang jud mi, kay laglisod jud mi. Akong father, he was a police officer, pero napuno po siya utang. So, yes, tapos, sige siya kasakit. So, naglisod jud mi. So, bata pa lang ko, nakita na jud na ako nga, dapat jud ko maning kamot if I want na mag-succeed good in life, na maahon ako akong pamilya sa kahirapan. So, mo jud to ang nagapush ako kay gusto jud ko na dili lang ni forever na adiri katong sa kahimtang na naagihan namo, no. So that's why naningkamot ko na pagskwela, kay para sa kuha kana jud ang ticket to success, education jud. So wala ko ilain gihawakan kundi education. So mo na naga-inspire sa ko every day to wake up, to study, kay I know in the future na magbunga gyud na siya ang imuhang mga paningkamot.
Okay. Para lang sa mga nagatan-aw, dili si Bini Maloy ang inyong makitaan kay tungod nagka-ponytail siya. Dito, ay. But anyway, this is quite interesting sa imong life, but I am more interested of, syempre, di man na nimo forte, but when did you start na ni-entra sa world of pageantry?
Actually, when I was young, bata pa ko gina-join ako sa akong mother sa beauty pageants. And sa school, always ko gina-appoint sa akong classroom to represent our class to join beauty pageants. But here in Davao City, my first pageant was Miss Oroderm 2015. So I was first runner-up then. So a year after, I joined Barangay 5-A, Mutya ng Barangay 5-A. So I was crowned as the Mutya that time. So after 2016, I also joined sa Gihing, Binibining Gihing and Mutya ng Santa Maria. So after that, nag-lay low na ako because I focused on my studies sa law school. So that was the beginning of my pageant journey.
Yes. But technically, syempre, Mutya ng Davao was the biggest pageant
Yes.
2 years ago.
Yes, actually, it was very challenging because my last pageant was 2017. So when I joined in 2024, everything was different. The competition was so tough. It was very, very challenging. I had to keep up really with, especially yung kalaban ko is younger pa. So mas hasa sila sa pageantry. So I need to work double time talaga to keep up.
Yeah. Pero syempre, you were one of the 29 official candidates at that time. Kay,
Yes.
syempre, or supposed to be 30, but
Yeah.
naming isa ni back out. As far as I can remember, yun
Tama.
but of course, syempre, wala man ka nagpalad ato that time. But what keeps on, syempre, joining again the second time around?
Kasi when I joined in 2024, nakita ko talaga ang impact ng Mutya ng Davao. It's not just a beauty pageant, it's a platform. It gives women the chance, the opportunity to represent their barangays, to represent women, and to show what they can offer to the public. So, para sa akin, since I'm a public servant, I see this opportunity as an extension of public service as well. That's why I joined again.
Nice.
Yes.
But of course, syempre, probably parehas ang advocacy ni mo now compared to 2 years, I think.
Related pa rin siya. 2 years ago, my advocacy was about solo parents.
Yes.
Yes, so I still continue that advocacy actually. Solo parents come up to me and ask if I can help them. And I do. Hindi ko lang siya gina-broadcast usually. But I still continue that advocacy. But for now, this time, my advocacy is focused more on children. So it's called Batang My Bosses program. So this time, from solo parents to children na talaga ang focus ko this time.
Yeah. Pero syempre, ginagamit naman gihapon yung maiden name to be specific,
Yes.
despite that you're already married, no?
Yes, because actually, for those who did not know, you need to sign the roll of attorneys again if you want to change your surname. So, hindi pa ako nakasign, kaya I need to go file a petition pa with the Supreme Court and go there sa Supreme Court and sign again. So, as of now, professionally, I still use my maiden name.
Yes,
Yeah.
oo. But, of course, syempre, lahi man good sa name sa Facebook, sa legal name in the profession of attorneys. But, I am intrigued because wala man nimo gina-show specifically your husband, but how supportive naman your husband is with your career right now, especially sa imuhang pagiging sinag ng Davao.
Yes, actually, he is very, very supportive. Yung mga people behind the scenes, they know how supportive he is. Kasi makita talaga siya, if may events ako, makita talaga nila siya backstage. Siya nag-carry ng gamit ko, hatid sundo ako. During the competition, he was always there. Kahit hindi siya nakikita sa Facebook, hindi ko siya pinopost, pero he was always there. And he was one of my biggest cheerleaders. Actually, on the yung coronation night, na-interview pa siya kasi he was one of the loudest cheers, he has one of the loudest cheers talaga, kaya napansin talaga siya kung sino sinusupport ba niya, yun.
Yes. But of course, syempre, way before nga nag-meet mo with your beloved husband, well, how challenging naman, especially your husband is Chinese, of
Yes.
course. Unsay, impact ra gyud sa, syempre, the long-lasting relationship with your husband, especially, syempre, supportive ang family sa imong husband, so, and the family nimo, how's it like na to be in a long relationship before na nag-say yes ka sa iya?
Actually, his family is very supportive then when they found out that I was gonna join Mutya ng Davao. Full support din talaga sila, and I'm very blessed na ganyan ang family na marry ko into. Kay mahirap yan kung hindi sila supportive, 'di ba? Kasi merong nag-hold back sa iyo. So that's why when I joined this time, I feel very blessed, and it's easier on my part actually now that I'm married because since I've said na he was very supportive, ginahatid sundo niya ako. So before, since hindi pa kami married, so different houses kami, but right now na married na kami, mas madali niya akong hinahatid sundo, mas madali yung communication, pag may mga kailangan ako na things, i-chat ko lang siya, faster ang responses niya, mas mabilis niya ako natutulungan. So, I think that's one of the advantages actually para sa akin when I joined this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kani, I like to ask a question because unsa ka lisod gyud at being legal counsel or an attorney sa usa ka regional office of a national government agency, and of course the role ba is dili siya easy, to be specific, and how syempre the learnings that you had while you were working for the National Police Commission Region 11.
Yes, actually, it's very challenging. Ang time management is very important. Since, as you've said, I'm a full-time government employee. So, Monday to Fridays, I'm expected to work talaga sa office. So, when I joined Mutya ng Davao, yun siya ang pinakamahirap kasi maraming events na kailangan ang time mo weekdays. So, I need to excuse myself from the office. And I'm very grateful na supportive masyado ang NAPOLCOM Region 11 sa akin. So, they understand if ever I file a leave, mag-early out ako, or mag-undertime ako sa office. So, I think that's one of the most important things, especially supportive colleagues, kasi you need to finish something sa work, and if you can't, because kailangan mo to be somewhere else during Mutya ng competition ng Mutya ng Davao, so they would say yes, tapos sila na bahala. So, that's very important, yung meron ka supportive colleagues, especially yung boss ko. They would work to help you talaga. So, yan ang mahirap. But I'm very glad na I'm blessed with people na who care for me as much as I want.
Yeah.
Yun.
Di naman siguro sprinting ang schedule with, of course, your presence is needed. Pero ginapili lang nimo ang bakante whenever you're needed for, syempre, speaking engagements, wearing the sash, and especially you're also bringing two hats at the same time.
Yes. Right now, yes, I'm masad gani ako whenever I receive an invitation and I really can't excuse myself from the office, so I have to turn it down, the invitation. So, it's very sad, but I try to make it up. So, nag-aasa ako sa kanila kung ano pang pwede na by kanila, I mean, yung City Tourism Office, kung ano pang pwede ko atenan or any engagements na pwede ako sumali kay para maka-make up din ako kay I don't see this as a part-time thing lang man din ang being sinag ng Davao. I give it my full attention talaga. So as much as possible whenever I'm free because I don't have work in the office, I try to keep up talaga with the engagements. Yun. So I take every opportunity to represent Davao very seriously din naman.
Yes, oo. And of course, syempre, ang pinakalibre nimo is weekends.
Yes, that's why thank you very much for scheduling this on a weekend.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, no? And although na medyo difficult man po ng responsibility, wearing two hats at the same time, but of course, a lot of opportunities has been given to you.
Yes.
And I think, siguro nag-anchor naman po for Madayaw Davao.
Yes, I've tried one time, so I'm looking forward for the next time talaga. So hopefully, I can still anchor Madayaw Davao talaga.
Yeah. But how will the support of the City Tourism Operations Office and the City Government of Davao, whenever that you are taking the role as the ambassadors of Davao City, especially through many engagements na, especially you'll be invited as guest speaker naman.
Yes, City Government of Davao through the City Tourism's Office, they're very, very supportive. In fact, we've had recently our meeting with Sir Willie Nito Tormes Jr. regarding our advocacies. So hopefully we can push through na, we can start with it. As to other engagements, they actually inform us ahead of time. So to ask us if we are available, and if we are not available, they really try to help and arrange the time. So that's one of the things na you can really appreciate ba kay it's not just business for them, so they really take care of you. So that's why I'm very thankful for the City Tourism Office there.
Okay. A heart-to-heart question which I wanted to ask. Although nga layo pa man ang plano, but have you ever think about bearing your own child?
Yeah, actually I have one daughter. She's 12 years old, and of course I'm looking forward for the next one. Hopefully after the rain.
Yeah, but how well supported, of course, your daughter? Syempre, because si Mama, nakita mo na ako, how supportive your daughter is?
She's very supportive. Actually, it was asked to me last time, and I've said, na I'm very grateful because we always speak about inspiring other women, and I'm very happy that the first person I get to inspire is my child. So, because whenever she sees me with these engagements, when everything I do, she asks me, "Oh, you're so busy, mommy." But I explain to her the purpose of what I'm doing, and she really appreciates it. Like, oh, parang it's for a noble cause. So hopefully one day she will step in and step up na gawin niya din ito in the future.
Yes. I hope nga yung mga daughter, of course, mamahimong tagapagman na pohon. Kung di naman sinag, pasimot yan ng Davao.
Pohon.
Yeah. I am so intrigued about your aura, very bubbly. Pero how do you keep up with your bubbly aura? Very joyful, to be specific, because since your second name is Joy.
Yes, actually my friends know me na very very happy person, very optimistic. Even yung nagkahirap-hirap na, very positive pa rin ang attitude. Siguro nakuha ko yan because of na-survive ko na ng mga circumstances in life. As I have said na hindi naman kami mayaman, so dumaan talaga kami sa hirap. Ang dami kong napagdaanan, puro utang ng pamilya. So parang na-experience ko pa talaga magbenta ng macaroni salad dyan sa Rizal Park, sa Bangkerohan. So inikot-ikot namin yan. So I think because pag nakaranas ka ng hirap talaga and na-survive mo yan, parang ma-realize mo na kaya mo naman talaga lahat as long as you're not willing to give up talaga. So, yun para sa akin right now, parang ayoko na maging sad, especially kahit may mga problems. The first thing iniisip ko is, paano man ito i-solve? Other problems ko or problems ng other people. So, I think that's one of the reasons why parang happy, bubbly lang ako, ganon.
Yeah. Alright, so ato nang ihunong ning atong first part sa tuwang interview because when we return, we have a surprise segment when the one-on-one heart-to-heart interview returns.
Mabuhay Madayaw! I am Attorney Christine Joy Bermudo, your Sinag ng Davao 2026, and you are watching Kadangkan Live with Carlo Baler.
Mabuhay Madayaw! Ako si Robin Grace Vidali, ang inyong patnubay ng Davao 2026. You're watching Kadangban Live with Carlo Dolier.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our second portion of our one-on-one heart-to-heart interview. You're still with me, Kanakpang Carlo Dolier, and together with the Sinag ng Davao 2026, Attorney Christine Joy Bermudo Yu. And at this juncture, we will do our segment that we call Open Mic, which is because we had invited one person who will ask questions to our Sinag ng Davao 2026. Let's all welcome first the Board of Director of Silangan Multi-Purpose Cooperative, family lawyer since 1998 up to the present, and of course, as usual, addict sa sports. Let's all welcome Attorney Blue Ventosa. Please raise your question.
Yes. Hi, Kadangpan Carlo. Hi, kompanyera. So, maganda na sana yung introduction pero sinabi yung taon kung kailan ako naging abogado. Mag-compute na yan sila ng edad ko. But anyway, hindi naman siguro, hindi sosobra sa waistline ko yung edad ko. And I'm very, very much excited and I'm glad to have the time to be with Carlo and our special guest, no? So we do this from time to time, and I think this is a very special occasion din. Kasi kompanyera ko nga, I'm very, very, sabi ko, itatanong ko, but may mga idea din naman ako because I made some little research on our SINAG. Ayan. Okay. So, would you want to start the ball rolling? Or
You would go on first with your question.
Sige. Do you want the difficult part or the easy part first?
Oh my God!
Sige. Magsimula siguro muna tayo sa yung tanong ko ng karamihan na, were you the first lawyer to join the pageant or meron na ding nakasunod sa'yo na nag-join ng mga lawyers na rin at the time na dito sa mutya ng Davao natin?
Actually, attorney, when I first joined in 2024, I was informed that I was the first lawyer to join Mutya ng Davao talaga. So, I finished top 15 at that time. So, the following year, in 2025, Attorney Nikki Luista naman joined Mutya ng Davao.
And at the time that you joined last 2024, were you already connected with NAPOLCOM or bagong lawyer ka lang talaga noon?
Actually, bagong lawyer po ako, but before I was with the Supreme Court of the Philippines, sa Office of the Deputy Court Administrator for Mindanao po ako.
So, dito kay Justice Leo Magka.
Yes,
So,
po.
where did you hold office then? Doon sa RTC or doon na sa yung bagong building doon sa may Ecoland?
Doon na po sa bagong building sa Ecoland, pagpasok ko.
That's nice. Oh, so, maganda rin palang background mo, no? And, do you think there was a pressure on you at that time na, oy, kani abogada, dapat mo daog yun kani abogada, dapat bright yun dapat maayo yun ihang tubag sa mga pangutana. Was there a little bit of pressure on your part being a lawyer when you joined Mutya?
Yes, actually, grabe ang pressure, attorney. Because when I first joined, hindi ko naman talaga yan inisip. Kaya I just want to do what I want at that time. Pero of course, nung nakasali na ako, yan ang first na marinig mo sa mga tao na feedback, di ba? So, always ko yan naririnig. So, grabe, nape-pressure na ako every time I go out na parang ganyan, na parang, there's a need to show off kasi nga lawyer daw, ganyan.
yes.
So, I think that was my problem then when I joined the first time.
Okay. And fast forward 2026, you were already part of the court, no? How challenging is it na, to perform your duty as the Sinag of Davao?
Okay naman po. Actually, since very understanding ang City Tourism Office, they really take care naman of not just me, of us, of all the 5 of us. So, para sa akin, they're very considerate na knowing na I need to do my work talaga, Mondays to Fridays. But if I have time or on leave ako or other things, I make it up to them naman by really saying yes to all engagements na pwede naman talaga. Actually, personally, I don't say no as long as may available time talaga ako. Kay I know it's a duty. So, kahit tired ka, kahit wala kang tulog or anything, you show up and you do well. Ganon.
And siguro yung iba nakakausap mo na rin, yung patapos na, although matagal pa naman, no? Pero darating din yan. Paano ba yung parang mamimiss mo or ano ba yung gusto mong ipatuloy or anong gusto mong legacy if ever that you will be turning over the reins to the 2027 Mutya Court?
Yes, actually, I'm very glad na natapos na yung meeting namin with Sir Will sa City Tourism Office kasi napag-usapan na talaga namin yung advocacy namin. So, we're planning to have a caravan. So, hindi pa ako makaka-divulge ng information but hopefully, ma-startan na namin siya by August and tuloy-tuloy na para if ever magtapos na yung at if ever kasi mangyayari naman talaga after mapass na yung crown, yes, tapos na ang reign, since na-startan na, it would be easier to continue it kahit hindi ka na reigning queen. So,
yes, we have many reigning queens, di ba, Carlo? Like Hansh, Picho, na active pa rin. And shout out pala kay Sir Will, no? Very, very supportive siya, no? Especially to us media, then to the candidates. Parang well accepted siya. And hopefully, it will bode well for the tourism industry dito sa ating City of Davao and the environs. Kasi aside from the, siguro, the places, importante yung people. Yes, people like you and me, like as beautiful as you, no? So, panabuyag. And, by the way, what's your advocacy nga for this Sinag ngayon?
Yes, it's called Batang My Bosses program po. So it's focused more on legal literacy campaigns in schools and barangays. So I would talk about children's rights and their obligations as well. Kasi I've learned na hindi dapat rights lang ituro mo because children ngayon is very assertive na din naman, which is a good thing. So we should remind them of their limitations as well.
As we all know, being a lawyer and the Philippines being part of the international community, meron tayong mga human rights, mga international law like the rights of the child, that they have to play, that to a parent, no, safety, lang ganon. So, being a lawyer na anong masasabi mo ngayon? Medyo medyo touchy yung sa mga violence ng mga kabataan, no, doon sa saan ba yun, sa Tacloban, sa Cavite na may nagbarilan, may nasaksak. How would you guide or educate our children, our minors right now, on how to, hindi naman siguro natin ma-eradicate yung violence, but minimize or respect one another.
Yes, actually, it's a very sad thing talaga, no? Nung I first heard about it, grabe, sunod-sunod yung mga ganun na issues, ganun na news. So, that's one of the things na ma-focus din sa aking talk sa Batang May Boses program because I have said, actually, if you listen sa mga interviews din na naglabasan before, ang cause din, one of the causes kung bakit nagawa nila yun is bullying daw.
Yes,
so that's why I also focus on the causes. So bakit nagiging violent ang children? So hopefully, as I've said, na you don't just teach them their rights, kay assertive na nga sila ngayon, we also teach them the limitations, kay for them to know what's right and wrong then. Because as I have experience, kasi as you mentioned, sir, kay Hana, Mutia Hana, meron siyang pinapatuloy na advocacy. So, meron silang ginawa doon sa Padre Pios.
Okay.
So, na-invite din ako doon. So, nag-talk ako and meron kaming open portion na question and answer. And doon, nakita ko talaga na ang questions ng children is about violence then, about bullying. So, it's a good thing that you talk about these things para mag-guided sila. Kay they don't know na, they thought na, I'm entitled to this, I will do this, ganon. So, it's a good thing na napapag-usapan yan. So, that's one of the things na gina-goal namin sa aking advocacy din po.
Well said, no? I don't know if you are aware, Kadangpan Carlo and Kompanyera, di ba meron parang programa yung ating DSWD, yung parang tinuturuan yung parents how to be responsible parents. I just forgot the law and the program, but sa tingin mo kaya, yung may pagkukulang din yung ibang parents natin kasi parang dysfunctional daw, hiwalay na, tapos ang parents pa ang pabadlong, no? So, do you think that we also have to educate the parents at the same time when we educate our youth and our children?
Yes, it's very important na guided talaga ang children ng kanilang parents kasi yan yung isa sa nakita namin na causes more on parang feeling ng children na napapabayaan sila, although kahit maintindihan naman talaga natin na busy talaga ang parent, but it does not mean na pabayaan lang ang children na kasi pinapasok sa school, bahala na ang teacher. So, one of the things na goal namin is during sa caravans, we also invite the parents for them to know as well, for them to guide their own children talaga. Kahit gaano tayo ka-busy, we really need to make time para i-discipline nating children, to make them feel important, para ang kanilang emotional well-being then is being taken care of talaga.
So, we'll speak about more on some laws. No? Siguro, as a lawyer, you're also aware of the Safe Spaces Act and our anti-bullying law. Of course, yung luma natin, yung anti-sexual harassment law, Republic Act 7877 of 1995. So, parang sinasabi kasi ng iba, parang kulang daw yung ating anti-bullying law kasi parang sa school-based lang. Yun naman ating Safe Spaces Act are confined to the workplace, to training and education. So parang dapat daw na parang comprehensive. Ano kaya sa tingin mo na pwede nating i-suggest sa Kongreso or kahit na hindi baguhin yung batas na pwede nating ma-implement more to further your advocacy yung mga para sa kabataan at sa minors?
Yes, actually, attorney, I believe na hindi naman lacking or ang ating laws. Sufficient naman siya. It's just that on the execution, on the implementation. Kasi nga, although ang anti-bullying is sa school, meron man tayong child abuse, which is applicable sa lahat naman talaga. So, I think one of the things talaga is information dissemination and as to the execution talaga and implementation para ma-address itong mga concerns na ganyan.
Okay, can you cite examples or give us yung mga instances na kung saan lugar na kayo nakapunta and sino kasama nyo at ano ng mga activities or projects ang ongoing or natapos na so far?
Yung sa akin palang personally is yung na-try ko sa Padre Pios Home for the Children. So yun, napag-usapan namin ang rights of the children. Nag-touch din kami on anti-bullying, yan, Safe Spaces Act, napag-usapan din namin yan. And of course, legal counseling. And sa other things, more on, ano kasi ako, pro bono, yung mga lumalapit sa akin, ganyan, nakakausap ko, binibigyan ko talaga sila ng time, kahit online, kahit hindi personal, yan siya. As to ongoing projects pa, yan, we're planning na gawing school-to-school caravans and sa mga barangays na kahit hindi dito sa city lang, I mean sa
dito
downtown,
sa poblasyon,
lalabas din talaga kami. And somewhere, kahit malayo na,
Bitaw,
ngayon. So, yan, we're planning to do it.
Yeah, we know we have
hopefully.
182 barangays.
Yes.
And napakalaki ng Davao City. At meron pa tayong mga lugar na, yun, hindi pa nga na-register yung birth, wala internet, sunod, wala yung mga education, wala healthcare. So, mas, I would really commend, no, na maantuan ninyo na.
Yes,
Then, maski makita lang nila ang, not only the beautiful faces like you and intelligent, ang kanang ma-feel nila ang kanang ang tabang, ang concern sa atong syudad, sa atong government, okay, especially the children. I have a question, no, kaning sa ato ang pangilinan lo sa atong CICL, no, okay. Daghan man gud mag-unsa nga nagsulti nga dapat ba nating babaan kasi di ba ngayon that's 17 and below, 15, 16 and 17 kung may discernment, they have to face the cases, but before sa ating batas is 9 years old and below yung criminal liability, no? Although may civil liability yung ating mga parents. In your personal opinion, kailangan bang babaan natin itong mga threshold ng 15, 16, or 17? Balik tayo sa 9, 10, or 12? Or do we maintain those age but give more education and be more proactive, no? Na para ma-prevent siguro or ma-minimize itong mga resback, no? Itong mga ganyan na sabihin na lang, yung iba baka palusot na lang nila, kinabuli sila, pero meron talaga silang mga ibang mga ulterior motives, no? So, what's your take on that, Miss Sinag?
Actually, I'm open po with conducting studies na babaan ang threshold. Not naman para ikulong ang children, but yung threshold on without discernment and with discernment. Kasi as we evolve talaga, no? Ngayon, more on aware naman kasi ang students and children because of social media. So, yan, we need to consider na because of the changes of the times, siguro dapat i-explore din natin na nag-evolve na din ang children. Hindi na sila as innocent as before. Yan, hindi talaga siya maiwasan. So, I think we need to explore that possibility, no, na babaan din talaga ang threshold.
Okay. So, I'm down to the last few questions on our difficult round. Easy round pa din. Kasi, here in Davao City, meron ba tayong data with regards sa mga ating mga minors or school children with regards to violence or bullying? Do we have data from the DepEd or the city schools?
I believe meron po talaga tayong data. Hindi pa lang ako nag-reach out doon to get it. Pero it's very important to know then, to get the data para mag-guided kami sa gagawin namin in the future.
Yes. Do you think na makakatulong yung parang limitahan or bawalan yung ating mga children or our minors? Because I know some other countries like Spain ba or France, basta minor, or Australia ba ito nga, dili sila makagamit silang gadgets or cellphone if they cannot just open the accounts. Do we have to go to that extreme? Considering mga Pilipinos, grabe kayo mag-social media. Ano sa imong take, Ana?
Ako, I don't think na we need to go there na talaga na parang kamay na bakal na tayo dito. What's more important is i-guide ang children. Kasi hindi naman pwede na i-block natin sila lahat na bawal ang social media, bawal ang phones. They need to improve din. Yeah. It's not just naman sa social media nila yan makuha. It's everywhere. So it's better for them to know and know their limitations so that marunong na sila how to handle it, how to navigate the social media, ganun.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other questions?
In addition to what they were saying, of course, di man nato ikalimot attorneys na ang environment sa palibot, cause kung asa nagdako ang environment it will stay on forever. Pero there are times that we can change naman. Especially kay naman sa mga kanto, we cannot deny kay yaman siguro rampant ang mga crimes that we already aware of, including mga riot. But syempre, giyan na lang sa atong kaugalingon kung dili madalas syempre sa atong mga ginikanan kay I hate to say this but tolerable na kaayo in the recent years, no? Kay marag naanad na sila sa ingani na environment, attorney.
Yeah, oo.
Dili na ikailimot, attorney.
Siguro, for me, we can kita man ang hamtong, kita man ang models, kita ang tanaw sa atong mga kabataan. Siguro, medyo mag-jeta-jeta po siguro tagamay sa atong social media. Aside from jeta sa magpapayat, no? Kaning ato ang mga pamalikas, siguro, no? Then, as a member of the Gender Development Committee sa among kooperatiba, yung respeto, not only for the both male and female, but the other genders and sexes, then based na kanang walay diskriminasyon sa religion, sa ato ang physical or mental or educational attainment. By the way, to segue to a lighter mode na. No? Okay, medyo magbukat na kayo. I will ask you, what is the difference between biological and environmental?
Biological and environmental. Siguro, for example na lang po sa upbringing, paano ba to? Sa upbringing ng child, siguro, meron talagang parang, kumbaga, kung masama ang ugali niya, yan, biological talaga. Or nakuha niya ba sa ano. Pero if ang environment niya is okay naman, kaya talaga mag-change. Kay, kuwari, ginadisiplina talaga siya. So, eventually, mawala din yung, manotice niya, aware na siya that yung ginagawa niya is not good. So, ma-change yan siya eventually. So, I think important talaga ang environment factor.
75. Okay lang. Kasi yung aking supposed to be a joke, no?
It's a joke!
Oo, okay. Kung ako, amahan ko, ang akong anak, liwat sa kuha, biological. Oo. Pero kung liwat sa silingan, environmental. But anyway, ganun siguro. Do you have any, do you play any sports or what physical fitness regime do you employ? Kay murag, maintain man kayo ni mong physique.
I actually do running. Sasali din ako soon sa Davao City Trail Ultra na
Okay, wow. Pila ka K man na siya?
Pero 5K lang ang
5K lang.
Kasi may kasama kasi ako. So, ayoko siya manibago ba na parang, 12K agad, ganun.
Ako, 21K.
Oh my God.
21K ang akong sobrang bugat ba nga kwaunon pa. So, ano yan, gabi or umaga na ano?
Ang Trail Ultra is umaga po.
Okay.
Pero when I run, pwede gabi after work or very early before work. So, nag 5 to 10K ako anytime.
Ano yun, Strada ba yun? Yung virtual run na parang hindi sila doon, pero parang nasa bahay lang. Pwede ba sa treadmill lang ba ito?
Yes, pwede naman po. Kay, na masyado ang tracker yung Strava. Tinatrack niya kung gaano kalayo na ang na-run mo. So, i-upload mo lang yan. Kaya, meron nang uso ang virtual runs ngayon.
Yeah, di ba sino ito? Si Dana? Yung kanilang natapos na ba yun?
Tapos na yun.
Tapos na yun. Kasi I have some friends also that have this running. And by the way, I'd like to plug yung aming apps, no? Yung One Feel Sports, yung aming ginagawa. Kasi yung sa mga kooperatiba, meron tayong mga pang-booking para sa pickleball, basketball, table tennis. But hopefully, it's still on the beta stage, no? Baka sa next natin ng mga episodes, ipapromote natin ito. Then, magtulong kami sa inyo na pa-download. Natin. Yes. Do you have any other questions, Kadangpan Carlo?
Technically, attorney, humana ka sa imong mga...
Ay, oo. Basta mga abogado, pasensya na yun. Tabian yung kaayo Kadangpan Carlo. Yes. Ayan.
kay ano, ang extra nga pangutana
Yes.
na ibayad.
Oo, tapos sa pagkaroon ka ng outside the office, double pay. Okay, sige.
So anyway, thank you so much, attorney,
Yes.
for your questions, I believe. So, Kani, I think we will go on for a short break because we still have lots of questions for Sinag ng Davao 2026 when the one-on-one heart-to-heart interview returns. Please stay with us.
Hi everybody, my name is Alexa Rhoda and I am your Miss Earth Australia 2025 and we are here with Kadang Pang Live with Carlo Delier.
All right, and we're back, and this is the final stretch of our one-on-one heart-to-heart interview. Still with our guest, Sinag ng Davao 2026, Attorney Christine Joy Bermudo Yu. Pero wala niya ginagamit ang married name, so Christine Joy Bermudo. So, dagantag pangutana with regards to this, but this is a heart-to-heart question which I wanted to open this up because as you made aware kay, syempre, ang mutya ng Davao pa lamang, syempre, allowed na ang mga married women and single moms na mag-join. But of course, as time goes by, umabot ba ang panahon that, in your opinion, na accepted na ang inclusivity for all pageants, to be specific?
Yes, actually, proud kay ko no kay diri sa Davao, inclusive naman jud ang Davao City. Dili na jud issue ang like parahato. Daghan kaayo prohibitions before
Yes.
sa mutya ng Davao. So kung gi-apply pa lang na prohibition karon dili jud ko ka-join kay height pa lang daan, age, I'm already a mother, married na pa jud. So grabe daghanan na ako prohibitions. Pero diri sa Davao wala jud na nimo nakita na nahimo siyang issue.
Yes.
So proud kay ko as a Davaoan niya.
Yeah. As far as I know, kay dili lamang sa mutya ng Davao, but also, I think Miss Iligan na I'm not sure kung na ay mother, but syempre, na may nasagol nga part sa LGBTQIA+ community dito sa Iligan. But of course, a heart-to-heart question, would you allow such nga, ingon nato nga, pananglitan diri sa Davao nga maapil ang mga LGBTQIA in a women's pageant, attorney?
Yeah, actually, I don't think that it's a problem. But personally, I'm okay with it na i-join sila. But diri mo sa Davao, I don't think that they're also interested because we also have Reyna ng Davao.
Yes.
But if ever lang, for example, wala jud ang Reyna ng Davao, I would be fine with it na mag-join sila.
Yeah.
So,
It's a debatable rabaya nga ano, isgutanan kay syempre there are some
Yes.
other pageants I believe na nasagol like sa Miss Universe pa lamang na ay na-up yun na members sa LGBTQIA.
That's one of the reasons why proud jud ko diri as a Davaoania because makita po ninyo sa Miss Universe although allowed ang mothers pero there's this issue na parang for joining lang gid sila murag wala sila chance of winning at all pero diri sa Davao makita ninyo ako as a mother nagka-chance ko and I'm the Sinag na Davao 2026 so makita ninyo na dili gud siya for the sake of i-allow lang sila i-join na adjay chance to win because it's really not an issue so Davao City is really one of the cities na gina-embrace jud ang inclusivity dili lang siya naga-speak about inclusivity but gina-embody jud nila.
Yeah. Okay. Na isa pa ka pangutana which I hope na medyo a lot of people na very intriguing, no? So, tourism in relation diri sa tuwang syudad. But, syempre, ning bagway lamang, I think that ang, ingon nato nga, DOT or ang city tourism, marag gina-engage na nila for, syempre, mga meetings, when regards kung sa may lecture, syempre, what can we, of course, seek na, syempre, mapa-improve sa pag-promote sa tourism dito sa Davao. And despite some daghang mga challenges nga ginabiay-biay ta aning political issues, attorney.
Actually, makita jud ninyo sa Davao City ang pag-promote sa tourism. Kay before, when we speak about tourism, places lang na, daghang nice na places diri. Pero makita niyo sa Davao City, dili lang jud only nice na places na itong gina-promote. Even the people, ang mga businesses nato diri is gina-promote nato, ginapakita nato sa ilaha na when they go to Davao, they don't just experience Davao for a day. They would like to live here in Davao talaga because of the people, the environment here, our safety, makita nimo. So, I think it's one of the things na mas ma-proud dapat ta. Yan, makita na to sa effort sa City Tourism Office. Wala na before ang Dual Davao. Pag third year ni sa Dual Davao, right? So, sa makita ninyo sa Dual Davao music video, dili lang beautiful places diri sa Davao ang gi-promote, ang mga businesses na nag-offer of mga lamian na food, gipakita jud nato ang diverse na food diri sa Davao City, sa coffee industry, sa mga matcha, sa activities, sa sports. So, tanan na gusto nimo ma-experience when you live in a place, makita ninyo dire. So, that's one of the things that gina-promote sa Davao City.
Yes. Alright, so another question na gusto na in relation gyapon within the city of Davao kay syempre ang tanan na bayan, no, kay ang mga heritage buildings na especially katong sa City Hall, no, very old, usa na kasiglo. But of course, kay syempre makita man nato na they're trying to preserve katong mga buildings na once nga na ay mga sinihan before, which unfortunately wala na nilagaron kay nahimo na ng center of commerce. But of course, for the future generations, because ako, nakaabot na ko, and I don't know sa imuha kung nakaabot aning era of uso pa kaayo anang mga sinihan within downtown, wala pa katong sinihan sa SM, G Mall, but what is really, of course, the importance that we should preserve the history for the future generations na mao na nakitan man ako, naabtan na ako na sa una, wala karon, and then they would know kung unsa na karon itandi from the past.
Actually, na-experience ako to katong sinihan before, wala unang mga bagong sinihan karon. Nakika-experience ko anang i-flash lang gud siya sa kanang sabay tawag ani
Billboard.
cortina ana.
Yes.
Nya kanang guba lang ganito nga katawa na lagi na.
Projector.
Projector, naka-try jud ko ana nga na-experience na ko na sa una. Nya as to our City Hall, emotional kay ko atong nabalik siya, although wala pa ko 100 years ago, pero it was a nice touch na gibalik nila ang itsura sa atong City Hall 100 years ago kung unsa siya first, para makita nimo na all white, grabe, purity. It's really a symbol of service na walay halong politika or anything. And makita po nato ng gitandi from before and after. Kung makita ninyo pag mukanta taan ng Bayang Magiliw o sa sa Lupang Hinirang nato sa video sa City Tourism, ginapakita ang itsura before sa Rizal Park ug now sa Magsaysay Park. So it's a nice touch na gina-honor jud nato kung asa tagikan niya, makita nato how we have evolved, the environment niya, appreciate nato kung saan naagta karon.
Yeah. So I hope that this change has evolved and sa atong future generations. And even though basin wala ni aning na generasyon, but for you, mga viewers, you'll get to see the touch of Davao City's rich historical and cultural presentation na ginaambit. So, mawala man mi, simba ko lang, pero syempre, kung unsa mi naabot aning henerasyon, of which I hope nga malungkad aning years to be exact. But anyway, we will do a little game that which we call one word.
Oh my God,
Yes,
sige.
because I would like to share some things and personalities that I have in mind na wala sa script, and you would describe them in one word.
In
attorney.
one word, sige.
Yes, kabalo ko lisod pero makaya ni man na, attorney. Are you ready, attorney?
Ready?
So here's some things muna. A thing that you cannot live without.
Family. But they're nothing, pero I cannot live without them, Mangga.
Yeah. Family first before everything.
Yes.
Next one is the most hated food that you ate. Katong dili ganahan sa uban, naganahan nimo kaunon.
Ooh, lengua. Yes. If they would know what lengua is, they will not like it, pero it's very good.
Sa dila, no?
Yes!
Yes, lengua estofada. I don't know kung say lasa, pero
Actually, lami kay siya, pero because you know magod what it is, so dili ka ganahan, ana.
no. I would try it if kung naim ma-serve sa plate.
Yes.
Next, the place you have went and you'd like to visit again.
I would say Thailand because we just went there for our anniversary, and that's the first thing maisip ko, but yun, internationally, that would be Thailand.
Ooh, layo tayo. Oo. The next one is a word that you usually use with your fellow sister candidates sa mutya.
Mabuhay!
Mabuhay ug madayaw. Ayan. Next one is a biggest turn off.
Attitude, bad attitude.
Lagi kabatasan.
No.
Kanang di makawag iro mo return off nimo.
Yes, grabe ka na, makasad.
Gani. Okay. A cartoon character that resembles your personality.
Tinkerbell!
Ooh. Kaayo.
Tinkerbell.
Yes. Let's go on to some personalities. I think you might know them. Some of those personalities that I would mention might not be knowledgeable to you, but I think my personal favorite, Pauline Amelinx.
Oh my God, smart, very smart. An idol.
Yeah. Nakita na ko siya sa personal.
Oh, really?
Yes, once.
Nakita ko din siya sa Mutya, parang nag-host siya sa Mutya ng Davao last
Yes.
year. Am I right?
I think.
Oh, yeah, very smart, very, very eloquent. Oh my God.
Yeah. Next one is Miss Grand International CJ Opiaza.
Oh, gorgeous! Siya di ba nag-host sa aming Mutya ng Davao, and na-starstruck talaga kami pagdating niya. Oh my God, si CJ.
Yeah. Next, Sian Lim.
Oh, Kim Chu kasi ako, so sorry.
Oh my God.
Oh, but he's very handsome. And
Yeah.
he's also Chinese, so Chinito.
Yeah. Kaya nag-host man siya sa Reyna ng
Yes!
Davao. Oo.
Kaya nakita ko siya malapitan. Pero Kim Chu Oh my God.
Next one is Binibining Mati 2026, Nicole Sydney Orencia Fontilla.
Oh, love! Hi, Cookie! Congratulations! We're very close sa Mutya ng Davao 2026, and I'm very happy that she's crowned Binibining Mati. She deserves it so much.
Yeah. So the one word for Cookie is
Love. I love her.
love.
Love.
Yeah.
Love you, Cookie.
Yeah. Kay kabatchman ni mo 2 years ago.
Yes, and very humble yan siya. If you do not know her, very humble.
Basta ayaw lang kasuk kay wingig yun.
Because karate to black belt kasi siya.
Taekwondo man na. Next is the first plus size mutya Hana Mage Picho.
Oh my God, an inspiration. She is an inspiration. And congratulations, Mutia Hana, for the recently concluded recital. I'm so sad that you were not there. Pero have you heard of the
I
recital?
heard of it.
Yes.
Kasi at that time, naman ko sa Cagayan de Oro for an event.
Tama. Very talented ang kids and makita mo talaga how genuine ang love ni Hana for the children. So, I'm very happy na she continues her advocacy talaga, and I'm very thankful na gi-invite ko niya to be a volunteer, so to be part of that, of her advocacy. So yun.
Yeah. Next one is, I think, kaila na ako pero di ni mo kaila. Of course, Miss 2017, Virgin Netchi.
Ay, hindi ko kilala. Sorry. Para mag-research ako.
Yeah, but what can you describe her in one word?
Talented. She's very talented.
Kay host ba siya?
Gani, talented. Hopefully, ma-acquire po, mahasa po dato ang hosting skills in the future. Kay grabe gid na siya na talent, no, maskin asa ka ibutang, dapat naapod jud ka ana, especially mga beauty queens, kay dili lang gid dapat for display baya. So kabalo pud mi dapat mag-host, anything under the sun.
Yeah. The next one, the former Mutya ng Davao 2017 and former Binibining Sindangan 2023, soon to be attorney, Reina Kobayashi.
Oh my God, very smart. She just won sa debate sa law school. Yes, a very smart girl, a very hardworking girl. I don't know kung paano niya yung ginagawa. Nag-school pa siya, nag-work pa siya, and she has all other extracurricular activities. So, grabe talaga.
Yeah. The next one, the concurrent Binibining Sindangan 2025, Abigail de la Serna Balili.
Oh my God. I wanna say another word other than talented because she has everything. She's beautiful. She has a great voice. Pag marinig mo yung voice niya, parang maluya ka talaga na sana meron din ako nito. So, yeah.
Okay. Next one, the former Mutya ng Davao 2025, Rebecca Gail Celis.
Oh my God, strong. She's very strong. I admire her so much.
Next one is Sinag ng Davao 2024, Yuan Preglo.
Oh, very beautiful. I'm very happy that her career is blossoming talaga, di ba? Hindi mo na siya makita dito. She's very in demand. So, very beautiful, Yuan Preglo.
Yeah, sa Manila siya karon, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Next one is, I believe you know this person. Appears to be naman sa tagom ro, no? But she is Kian Marie Aguimod Rosales.
Oh, very pleasant. I would say very pleasant.
Pleasant.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's very, during our Mutya ng Davao 2026, siya talaga ang bubbly. Yan. So, life of the party. Ganon.
Okay. The next one, I believe, kailaman pod ni mo ni from 2 years gihapon. Former Diwa ng Davao 2024, John Marine Rendon.
Oh my God, nagkasama kami bago lang sa photoshoot ng Label Hair. And all I can say is, I'm very happy where she is right now in her career. Blossoming talaga ang career niya, and I'm very proud of her.
Alright. Next one is, of course, Maria Isabel Pelayo, our Mutya ng Davao 2023.
Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous girl. I'm very proud of her during her stint sa Miss Universe. Was it last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Yes, Miss Universe Philippines. Thank you for representing us very well.
Yeah. Next one. roster of abogados na niya kung i-describe in one word. The City Councilor of the 3rd District, Attorney Petit Principe.
Oh my God, she has a great heart. Nagkita talaga kami bago lang nung sa Angel's Walk. Oh, thank you so much, Attorney, for all the support.
Alright. 2nd District Councilor, Attorney Diosdado J.R. Mahipos.
Hardworking.
Yeah.
Naubos na aking words.
Hardworking, good. Yes. I don't know if you know the person, pero City Councilor gihapon siya dire. 2nd District gihapon. Attorney Nonong Babaw Kabling.
I don't know him personally po, so, pero I just know his name. So I would say supportive. He's very supportive of his constituents. Yeah.
Nice. Attorney Sweet Advincula, the 3rd District Councilor of Davao City.
She's so sweet.
Literal.
Yes, literal na sweet. She's very caring. She's very supportive as well of us. Nakita kami dun sa event ni Hannah sa recital.
Yes.
And I'm very glad na she supports mga advocacies like this. So, yeah.
Alright. Next one is the 1st District City Councilor of Davao City, Attorney Luna Acosta Manlito.
Smart. Yun, di ba, if you hear Attorney Luna, yan talaga ang first maisip mo.
Yeah.
Yan.
One of the legal luminaries.
Yes.
Also, one of the legal luminaries here, pero sikat kaayo, not just locally, but internationally. Attorney Israelito Bobet Torion.
Go. It's very strong. Go lang.
Yeah. Another legal luminary, syempre, it's Attorney Raymond Batu.
Oh, hindi ko siya kilala na personally din kasi. So, I would say, hardworking din when it comes to his cases. So, yun.
Yeah. The next one, balik sa pageantry.
Balik sa...
Here goes, I think, kabatch na ni Moni from 2 years ago. The former pag-asa ng Davao 2024, Fredelman Nova Tinasas Corporal.
Oh, very sexy, very gorgeous girl, and she's joining
Mutya ng
Mutian
South
Cotabato. Go for gold, Nova. Oh my God, have you seen her photos recently?
Yes, guwapa, pura buyag.
Buyag, buyag.
Yeah. The concurrent patnubay ng Davao 2026, Robin Grace Ridauli.
Oh, gorgeous baby! I miss you, Rob!
Yeah.
Siya kasi always ko nakakasama. Hindi naman pinaplano all the time, pero usually pag may mga events, kami ang nakakasabay. So, I'm closest to her talaga. I miss you, Rob!
The former Mutya ng Davao 2009, Attorney Resi Rizada Nolasco.
Oh my God, she's an inspiration. Idol. Idol talaga ng everyone. Attorney Resi is very smart, very eloquent, and she's also very, very kind. Kahit makita mo yan siya, misconception is, masungit sa Attorney Resi because always siya nagja-judge, di ba? So, always siya makita na focus masyado, but she's very kind. Yan.
The concurrent pag-asa ng Davao 2026, Serlene Presillas Cabania.
Serlene is very hardworking. Makita mo yan siya kahit absent siya sa event. Pero kasi marami siyang kailangan gawin sa internship niya. Marami siyang tinatapos. So kaya hindi kami masyado nagkakasama. But she's very lovely, a lovely girl. Love you, baby. Baby squid sila.
Next one is the concurrent D1 ng Davao 2026, Joanna Marie Salado Ubas.
Yes, our very eloquent baby, baby Josh. She just graduated and I'm very proud of her. Congratulations, Jo!
Right. The concurrent Mutya ng Davao 2026, Hannah Mary Gecale Corlancheril.
Yes, our Mutya, love, our Mutya. She's very, she's very bubbly as well. Kung makita mo yan siya, very natural sa aming conversation. So, pag magkakasama kaming lima, actually, happy lang kami. Masaya naman, tawa lang kami ng tawa, ganyan.
Okay. Sa atong atubangan, Attorney Blue Ventosa.
Oh my God.
Give him one word.
Grabe na, pressure na. But I'm very thankful, siguro. The word is I'm very thankful. Thank you for giving us your time po. And as you've said, during weekends, Canadian ka po dapat, but you are here. So, thank you so much.
One word niya.
Oh, na-pressure ko. Kind na lang.
Kind lang.
Generous.
Oo.
Kay generous siya sa kanyang time.
Yes, okay. Next one, the concurrent Hiyas sa Kadayawan 2025 City Norhana Sangkaan.
Very lovely girl. Nagkita kami, nagkausap talaga kami during shoot ng Dual Davao. So, she's a very lovely girl.
Yeah. The former Hiyas sa Kadayawan 2024 Shane Marie Awe.
Hindi kami nagkasama pa yata. Hindi pa
Not
kami
yet.
nagkasama.
Pero, but if you give her one word.
Ano ba? Ano ba dapat ang word? Naubusan na ako ng word. Beautiful, I guess, because she's not just beautiful outside, she's beautiful inside and out. Kita mo naman ang, especially mga reigning hiyas natin, grabe sila when it comes to their advocacies. Yung recently, meron silang ginawa yung advocacy ko, share ko, tribo ko, ganun.
Yeah.
So, makita mo talaga that they're really passionate about what they do.
Right. The next one is my favorite woman of the momentum, our Philippine Vice President, Sara Duterte.
Very strong, independent woman. And she is an inspiration to all of us, Dabaweñas, that whatever you do, you just do well. You stay strong and you fight for what you believe is right.
All right. The next one is the former Mutiat ng Davao 2010 and Miss Philippines Year 2019, Janelle P.
Intelligent. Na-meet mo ba siya?
Yes, in person.
Yes. And she looks very young. Grabe, no? Nag-judge siya ng mutya ng Davao namin.
Yes.
Nakita ko siya again. Oh my God, it's like, hindi, kung anong itsura niya before, she's more younger na talaga ngayon, and she's more beautiful. And actually, makita mo pag product talaga ng Davao City, di ba? Very talented. Ngayon, she's not just Miss Earth siya, di ba? And she's also an actress. So, ang layo na ng narating niya.
Nice.
Yes.
Very gwapa po na buyag.
Buyag.
Di lang na ako isulti kung asan ako nakitaan sa movie, pero kabalon ako. Next one, second to the last. Siyempre, I don't know kung nakita man mo siya, pero nakita na ko siya sa personal. Cinderella Obeneta.
Oh my God, nakita ko lang siya sa photos kasi Team Rodney din siya. Before, other Cindy pala yun. Cindy yung nanalo internationally, right?
Miss Intercontinental.
Yes, very kumakain ng mic. Nakita ko siya during, sa TV. Nakita ko yung crowning moment niya and nakasabi talaga ako, oh my God, very smart woman. Yun talaga nangangain ng mic. So yun, tumatak talaga yun sa akin.
I saw her in person, good. Because she's currently the Provincial Tourism Officer of Misamis Oriental.
Right now.
Yes. Grabe.
Nakita mo siya nung nagkagayan ka?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Alright. And of course, last but far from least, Kadang Carlo Dolier, describe me in one word.
Amazing! Grabe. I'm really amazed of how supportive you are of not just our mutya, all our queens here in Davao. And I'm very thankful that you give us time, for the public to know us, you get to know us, and you want really for people to understand what we do. So I'm very grateful. So what an amazing person you are. Thank you very much.
Alright, so that's about it for our one word. But as we're about to wrap things up with our interview,
Yes.
I think hatagan takag higayon nga magpasalamat sa mga tao who had supported you, especially yapin naman po ng pag-promote sa mga sponsors. Please do so as I'm giving you the spotlight.
Yes, of course, I would like to thank my family. They're very supportive of me. So, thank you so much, you family, Gulchan family, Gonzalez family, and Bermudo family for always supporting me. Everywhere I go, naadjud mo, and I'm very, very grateful, especially to my mom, to my daughter, and to my husband as well. I also want to thank my colleagues in Napolcom Regional Office 11. Thank you for all the support. And of course, I would like to thank my sponsors, starting with Lady Boss Aesthetics and Wellness Center PH, Lady Boss Aesthetic Davao and Tagum, Label Hair Davao, Doc Chan Fabular of Fabularize Smile. Thank you so much, Ma'am Mikay, the owner of Label Hair and Lady Boss Aesthetics Davao. And I would also like to thank our wardrobe provider, Love and Styles by Ma'am Christina Yip. And of course, thank you so much to everyone who's been supporting me, not just me, but all the reigning queens. And I hope you continue to support us as we work on our advocacies. And of course, thank you so much, Attorney Blue, for coming here this afternoon. And thank you so much, Sir Carlo, for inviting me and for this one-on-one, heart-to-heart interview po.
Yes, thank you so much for being a good
Thank
sport.
you.
Oo. Siguro kay
Kamot.
gani bahala gipaningot na ba
Yes.
importante gwapa gihapon. Pura buyag.
Thank you.
And just right before I would end this interview, dili pwedeng di na nako ihatagan o kahigayunan kay it's already here. Yun, kay Kabalo Baya, giving recognition. The certificate of appreciation is hereby given to Attorney Christine Joy Bermudo, the Sinag ng Davao 2026 for the invaluable and heartfelt contribution given by sharing of stories during the Kadangpan Digital's one-on-one heart-to-heart interview program. Given this very day, the release of the episode, July 18, 2026, at Meeting Grounds Cafe, Sibanggoy, here in Ponciano Reyes Corner, Bonifacio, Davao City. Signed by me, and this is for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you po.
Yeah. Pura po yan, maura akong makita nga picture.
Thank you kayo.
Nakasash. O di pwedeng iyan kay syempre you haven't worn your crown.
Yes,
Oh,
dala
okay.
na ako akong crown.
Yes. Syempre you were the concurrent kay para mailhan nga ikaw gyud ang ano.
Can I thank more people?
Pwede.
Amazing
Go
po.
ahead. It's your time.
This is the time that I would thank Barangay Matina Crossing for supporting me sa aking journey sa Mutya ng Davao. I would also like to thank Team Stellar, of course, Kuya Rodney and Kuya Lucky and all the people in our team for helping me talaga with my journey sa Mutya ng Davao. And isa pa ba akong dapat pasalamatan? Daghan pasalamatan kay daghan yung nagsuporta sa ano. Of course, I would like to thank din the City Tourism Office kay gisugtan ko nila for this one-on-one, heart-to-heart interview.
Yes.
And for all our engagements and all the support. Sir Will, Ma'am Leslie, thank you very much po.
Yes.
And
So
here
regards
is my
also
crown.
kay hello din to Ma'am Gracie Plata. Kaya syempre part mo yun sa City Tourism. Ayan, so she's gonna wear the crown now as she's the concurrent Sinag ng Davao 2026. And she's concurrently the attorney, the first attorney for 2024 na nagkandidata sa Mutya ng Davao at her time, during the time of Hannah Mage Picho.
Yes,
Yan.
thank you.
And pasalamatan sad nato ang venue atong gigamit karon, of course, Meeting Grounds Cafe. Again, nahimutang kini sa Bangboy Corner, Bonifacio Street, Davao City. And you can visit their Facebook page kay syempre wide na yung menu. And of course, lamig ba yung ilang kape, balag na bugnaw. Importante na naman yun diri. I hope the next time, kay syempre, busy naman po sila in some other engagements, but I'll try my best na magtagbo sila. Bahalag bisan siya or any other of her court ni Hannah Mary. But of course, this is the only time nga giyatagan nato nagigayan na siya magpaambit sa ilang special stories for their lives and their careers and their plans for the future. Pero syempre, I hate to spill the tea, no, na kay hapit na mag next year. But of course, what is the message of our future successor? Puhon, wala ta kabalo kinsay mamahimong mutya ng Davao 2027. But what is really the message that you will give if given hatagan og dakong bili to fulfill their responsibilities as the ambassadress of Davao City?
Yeah, so my message not just to the Mutya ng Davao 2027, but as well as to the reigning queens next year. So it would be to enjoy the journey and remember that being Mutya or Sinag is not just a title, it comes with responsibility. So be grateful for the support of the city government of Davao and take every opportunity because this is your chance to serve the people of Davao, because what you say during the interviews, during the competition, it's not just something that you say, you really would do it. So make sure that when you step into that stage, you are ready, your mind and your heart is ready to serve Davao City and the people of Davao.
Alright. So, I hope na siguro by January next year, ako nang imbitaon pag-usap si Christine, si attorney, cause, you know, kay halfway through pa ang iyahang career sa pagiging worker sa city government as the ambassadress under the City Tourism Operations Office. And thank you so much also to Sir Will and of course to the people of the DCTOO for granting kay syempre needed na pass through the channels of the city tourism whenever they need it. So syempre ang availability ba depende sa ilaha. Pero may na lang walay labad si attorney kay weekends ra ba. So that's about it for our one-on-one heart-to-heart interview. And I hope na nakahatag ng inspiration from Attorney Christine Joy Bermudo sa Sinag ng Davao 2026. O pinigyan po ng inyong pasangalaga ng inyong kadangpan, Carlo Dolier. Daghang kayo salamat ug maayong adlaw kaniya tanan amping permente. Once again, mabuhay og madayaw.